I want to touch on this Shannon Briggs, Dimitrenko situation. First of all, Dimitrenko on Twitter, and it's apparently his Twitter account, has seemingly denied the fact that he's actually fighting Shannon Briggs. And he told, I guess he was addressing David Haye or Briggs, that you're going to hear from my lawyers. But in a different instance, on several websites like Boxing Scene and several others, they've quoted Dimitrenko as talking about fighting Shannon Briggs, saying that he's going to silence Briggs and this, that, and the other. So I don't know what the situation is, what the status is with this particular fight. It could well be David Haye just using Dimitrenko's name, fighting Briggs to promote his event. Maybe he has no intention of having Shannon Briggs versus Dimitrenko. Maybe he has no intention of actually having Shannon Briggs on his undercard. That all remains to be seen. But if this fight does go ahead, and if David Haye does have the intention of having Shannon Briggs versus Dimitrenko on his undercard, David Haye's latest comments are pretty interesting. Now, there's a lot of people who immediately when this Dimitrenko-Shannon Briggs fight was being talked about and muted, people were saying that Briggs is actually fighting a better opponent than David Haye. Dimitrenko is better than this guy David Haye's fighting, Arnold the Cobra Jajaj or Jajaj or Jajai. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a very difficult name if you look at the spelling of it, especially if you're not from that part of the world. So, yeah, people are saying, look, why is Briggs, the undercard guy, the old man who's 44 years old, why is he fighting somebody better than David Haye's fighting in the main event? When this is David Haye's promotion, I know he's working with some type of promotional outfit, but we all know this is the David Haye show. So what does that say about David Haye? The fact that he's saying to Briggs, all right, fight somebody on my undercard, but you're going to fight somebody who is better than the guy I'm fighting, even though you're an old man. And as I say, David Haye has come out and said that he don't think that Shannon Briggs can beat Dimitrenko. What does that say about David Haye, man? So he's just putting Briggs in there, hoping that he loses against a tougher opponent than he's actually fighting. That's incredible, man. When you think about it, when you think about the fact that David Haye is a former 2-time world champion, when you think about the fact that he's 9 or 10 years younger than Shannon Briggs, and he's throwing in Briggs with some much better quality opponent than the guy he's fighting. Then again, you could say Shannon Briggs was disrespectful to David Haye and this, that, and the other. So maybe he deserves David Haye to try to set him up for a fall. But then again, David Haye's done the same thing to people in the past. I can't really have much sympathy with David Haye if you look at the way he's treated other fighters over the years. So, I don't know. Drop your comments in the comment section below, people. If you've got any more information about the status of this fight between Shannon Briggs and Dimitrenko, whether it's actually going to go ahead, whether it's been signed, if you've heard any more comments from Dimitrenko, please drop the links in the comment section below so we can all be informed. And aside from that, tell me what you think about David Haye's actions here. Fighting, allowing Briggs to fight, or I guess setting Briggs up against an opponent that's better than the guy he's fighting. Dimitrenko is better than Jajaj or Jajai, however you pronounce it. Why is David Haye doing that? What do you think about David Haye for doing that? Drop it all in the comment section. It's your boy Hatman, I'm out.